Hello! So it's been a minute since everyone's been able to show up, and looks like everything's going to be absolute pure chaos based on the past 3 minutes of chat messages. So currently, um, Nyx is at King's Landing, and Santa is at Stone Harbor. And that is where we're picking up. Tana recently became friends with Gwen from Gwen's Apothecary stand, which will probably be advantageous in the future. And the rest of the idiot squad has kind of gone off and done their own thing because they're not here today. So apparently there are plans for world domination. Also, important, context for the world. So the known world is about the size of like half of Minnesota. So you could aim for world domination if you see fit. Small country. Yes, except it's several countries. But yes, there are small countries to take over. Very small countries. Yes, world domination is just that's the 5 year goal. We need to make smart goals, achievable goals. King's Landing is on an island. You could just take over the island. So what is everybody's plan? We do not have enough power. Okay, so next we're still at King's Landing, which is kind of like a big city style because it's really touristy, but actually not that populated. I feel as though I've been frozen in time for a couple months. It's only been, I guess, a couple days in game, and just I'm just kind of assuming like downtime activities, basically. Well, people are gone, because otherwise, that would get quite weird. Ethically sourced poison. More ethically sourced poison selling, I assume. I bookmarked the potions page because of you. Head into the city. Let's continue my journey. Journey of. I'm trying to think. I know Fana has a gold destination. I think. Oh wait. So Fana. Stone Harbor is a pretty small town where it's mostly shipping, both like sea shipping and then land routes to the various agricultural cities, but those are northwest, and you want to go southeast. Yeah, it's just kind of a shipping town. There's not a whole lot of interesting stuff. Most of the locals are based on agriculture. Ah, yes, and Yeah, Nyx is going to get people to respect the environment, most likely by force. Yes, I sent you a message about the regulation about druids that you would be aware of, though could just dodge and hope nothing bad happens. Yeah, and you would also generally know that there are not many magic users, which is why there are really strict regulations about it. Who's in charge of Stone Harbor? So, depends on who you ask. Like, officially, there's a mayor, but in reality, it's mostly run by, like, landowners and kind of gangs. I should open the document, because that's helpful. But yeah, mostly run by landowners. And bribery will get you through most issues. There are no regulations for sorcerers that you're aware of, and there's nothing stopping you from trying to take control of the harbor. Band together with the gangs, road to victory. Join a gang. The shared brain, just telepathy. So yeah, and a lot of the like the gang activity is less is more like organized crime, like smuggling, rather than like it's more about like smuggling to avoid taxes type stuff, rather than like violent crime. Need to go to Stone Harbor. Mother Nature calls me. We're just creating metagaming pigeons. I love this. This is where I need to remember the cost of things that I said previously when I was trying to come up with it, of how much it costs to travel by ship. I think I made it a lot less than it was supposed to be, technically. I think I said it was like 1 gold. Perfect place for a base of environmental activities. I mean, kinda. It's a giant shipping route for all these really agricultural little towns, so... Yeah, there's a ship leaving for there tomorrow. They run pretty frequent routes, and it'll cost 1 gold to book passage. If I can control the harbor, then I can control the trade. Final step is profit. Okay, so you fork over 1 gold, and for the next morning, and then by the afternoon you'll get to Stone Harbor. D&D economy is so broken. It's like, yes, you want a chicken? That will cost you a copper piece. You want to travel 8 miles? That will cost you a gold. You want 8 points of healing? That will cost you 50 gold. Like, but I don't know how to fix it. How much question do normal people make? I know this because of the hireling thing, where skilled hirelings make 2 gold a day. So that would assume that people's average wages for like skilled artisans would be 2 gold a day. And the vials are still 1 gold each. It's That's what I said. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Hold on. No, 1 silver piece. But so one gold for 10, but also potions are not selling for as much as you were expecting. Or poison is not, at least. Okay. Bye. 10 for 1 gold. Then repeat process. Except you're not going to sell them. Okay. So you're going to just hang on to vials of poison. Okay, and then, so, Nyx, is there anything that you want to do while you're still in King's Landing for, like, I guess in evening, because I believe we left off during, like, afternoon. And we wait for the latency. Nice. In particular, just badgers and litterers. You're just developing a reputation in the city of like people see you and they're just like, don't litter, don't litter, don't litter. Keep things clean. You're just like going around like the sides of the street, like picking up litter and just like quietly shaming whoever left it there. The litterers! And now, as you're picking up litter, you do see lots of, like, just colorful, like, fall color banners being hung up and kind of, like, left outside people's windows and everything. And so it's quite pretty, and there are kind of some people who are, like, putting out more decorations. And Fanny, you see the same. There are a bit more starting before, since you're in a more agricultural area. So the Harvest Festival as kind of a more of like a whole like month-long time of celebration is kind of getting more intense. And then as the harvest ends and they need to start planting again, it tends to die down. I inspect the banners. Yeah, the bears do not say anything. Most of them are just, colorful. As you kind of inspect them, you realize that most of them are, like, just rags and old clothes and stuff. So, it's... The illusion from far away is kind of more interesting. Though there are some with, like, embroidery, usually kind of like fall themed things of like embroidery of like pumpkins or different crops and whatnot. Cringe. I write environmental propaganda on them. Now I'm curious, what do you write on the banners? Like, a lot of them were like, growing plants and whatnot, so. Also, I made an entire, like, plot element based on the chaos of this, and it worked out so well. If you litter, you have a small head. Fish have feelings too. How does whom feel about agriculture is kind of the question. I assume you're asking Nyx. It is slavery. Oh, also, question: are you trying to be stealthy about your writing propaganda at all? Okay, so you're just blatantly right. Like, most people are like seeing, but they just think you're part of the decorating, so they're just like, oh, this seems legit. And then like a small child like runs up and examines it. It's like, Mom, what does this say? Circle of life. I'm just saying the fact that we have agriculture is slavery compared to everything Fana is hilarious, and also the fact that you agree on most things. See, I'll say at this point it is approaching night. Throughout the picking up litter and gathering poison. Yeah, I'll assume that you would prefer to sleep. Like I said, you guys agree. That hunting is okay. Also, I'm just making this like you're just both talking to air and somehow telepathically communicating. Just through nature, through the power of nature. Because it's just that it's way more fun that way. As the gods of Mother Nature have intended. Absolutely. No one questions this. Honestly, like, metagaming is fun. Like, I'm not gonna get upset about, like, fun in-character conversations as, like, metagaming. No, of course not. Who can question nature? The boat leaves in the morning. No one can deny the wheel of things currently greater than us. So yeah, at this point it is night, and then we'll kind of jump to the morning. Because I'm assuming both of you are taking a long rest. But also, if you just go to the middle of nowhere and take a long rest, then there might be something that happens. I'm so sick of these bots. Hold on. Wait, I don't want to accidentally ban you. Just give me a second. Report. Unwanted commercial content or spam. Report. There we go. Sleep, question mark. Sorry, I got one of the... Did it actually work? I blocked a bunch of keywords. I got one of those stupid bots that, like, post weird links. Okay, sorry. Yes, sleep. Back to the actual game. But I wanted you to stop typing stuff because I didn't want to click the wrong profile because that would have been bad. But yes, that is fixed. No, it's the same as this seems inspirational. No, because there's a very particular type of bots I've been getting that say that say very similar things. Like, it's just a string of nonsense letters. So, yeah, particularly, what were the keywords that I had to get rid of? We're going a bit off topic for a moment here. Because I should probably actually, like, warn people about these bots that I just really find really frustrating. Because it's... keywords that I went... Oh, it was the VOM bots is the problem. But very similar, so... the sadness. Anyway, so long rests, either you can look for an inn or take your chances. Mother Nature will protect me. Okay. And then I'll take your choice when you get a chance. But we'll just kind of time skip a bit. So, Nyx, you wake up and there is a very curious bear just sitting at your feet who might believe you to be food. Wish to book a room. Okay, so then that will cost you, if I can, really? No, wrong page. I wrote this down, but I can never remember where it is on the sheet, and that just kind of, like, undoes everything. That'll be 3 silver pieces. So you can just mark that off your sheet. So Nyx is just talking to this woodland creature and just like, hello, friend. And just seeing you awake just kind of lumbers off back to the woods. Let's not throw my map on the floor. I would like to have that. Do you wish for magical berries? You just like hold out a couple and just kind of like sniffs them. And then just, like, backs away. Aw, goodbye. Well, I have a boat to catch. Yes, so, we'll say that you get there pretty uneventfully. It's just a, like, mid-sized ship. It's mostly, like, shipping goods rather than a passenger vessel, but there are also a couple people traveling. And none of them are litterers at the moment. At least that you know of. Good. No trouble. No trouble unless they make trouble. Absolutely. So, now, but Vanna, you are in town and are going to try and pickpocket people. So roll a perception check to look for a good target. And then I'll have you make a sleight of hand check to pickpocket them. Okay, so you're just kind of looking for nearby people who might be interested in environmentalism, and like most of the people are kind of like politely nodding, but also look very disinterested and probably slightly concerned. Though there is one guy who's just like a farmer and is just like enthusiastically nodding along. and also will not shut up about the fact that he used to have a goat farm. Perception 13. So you see someone with seemingly very fancy clothes, lots of fancy jewelry. Would be a pretty good target for getting their pockets picked. You think they might have some good stuff. So then a sleight of hand check. Okay, so in that case, I will need you to make a dexterity saving throw. I distanced myself from the farmer. He did say in the course of the conversation that it's like an all natural like goat farm. Like it's more of like a herd of goats that he just like takes to different patches of grass. And he's very proud of all the goats. And unfortunately, like his brother took over the farm, and he's just heartsick and wants to meet the goats. So, the opposite of revolutionaries. So Thana, as you're reaching into their pocket, you just like feel a hand just kind of like slap your hand away, and they keep walking. And then, so Nyx is more interested now in the sustainable goat farmer. He says, okay, the report, spam, more bots, my goodness. Okay, so you sorry, you ask Guy for his name. He says, well, everyone from my hometown called me Farmer Winter. But my real name's John. Okay. Murder seems more profitable. Okay, so roll another sleight of hand check. Murder may be more profitable. Though murder isn't particularly profitable. Okay, this time you reach into a pocket and you pull out a piece of jewelry. It seems to be either a short necklace or like a wrapped bracelet of some kind. And it looks like gold. So back to Nyx. Just, well, John, you seem to need some purpose in your life. If you consider joining the greater cause under Mother Nature's will, it's like, what? Like, greater cause? Like, wait, do you mean more goats? Because I would love to get more goats. I don't have a lot of them here, and if you can help me get a goat, I might be pretty on board with this whole greater cause thing you have. Sure can. Okay, I'm on board. What do I have to do? Like, do you have goats? Like, do you want money? I have a little bit of money. Goats are quite rare these days. Need more in the cycle. Yes, there need to be more goats. Hold on to your money. When I call you upon you one day, be ready to go up in arms. We will raise those opposed us to the ground to replace them with goats. You're just like, you're a strange person, but you're promising goats, so you know, I gotta like the plan. Welcome to Mother's Army. So, as for Fana, so you just pickpocketed someone. Okay, so you go back to where you bought the vials, and at this point, the person's kind of like realized you're like kind of for real. So you go there and he's like, "Would you like to purchase more vials?" Oh, you want sell poison? That well, um, I'll give you 10 gold a vial for the poison. Or we could perhaps trade. Sure, I have 10. So you sell all 10 vials? You have to trade. Well, I have some potions that are a little bit iffy. They might go bad at some point. I'm not really sure how all that works, to be honest. Well, I have one that should turn you into a giant. It might turn you into a mouse. Have another one that should let you breathe underwater. And another one that makes you really brave, but it's kind of just really strong alcohol. No, thank you. That's smart. The bravery potion will not do much. So then back to Nyx will say that you arrive at shore at King's Landing, and Farmer Winter is on your side for the sake of goats, and probably goats alone. King's Landing. No, from King. Did I say King's Landing? I meant to say Stone Harbor. From King's Landing to Stone Harbor. Sorry, good catch. Temporal disturbances. Breaking the space-time continuum. That's the entire campaign, though. Give my advice to the man to shop. Perfect. I'll first scout around, see if there is anyone who would be willing to engage in some peaceful environmental activities. Wait, I'm trying to think, which advice are you talking about? That murder would be more efficient. And how much gold do you get? You got 100 for selling the 10 vials of poison. Or no, I'm confusion. That's advice. Other advice. I'm confused. Also, Nyx, you do see a Yanti pureblood running around with, like, just looking generally shady. Sorry, 10 off. Okay. So Nyx poofs out of existence briefly. Also joking. Just passes out spontaneously. No one should be able to recognize that Yanti. For the sake of simplicity. Fine, just a very shady looking individual. I guess not at a distance, so I think it is, like, canon that you have some, like, snake-like features. That being said, I guess they're not that common in this area, so you're just, like, a weird-looking human. I get to choose them, though. Okay. I'm just kind of, for the sake of clarity. And I make a point of not opening my mouth or smiling. That's fair. But that also kind of makes you a tiny bit suspicious. So not so much so in this area. It does feel less fun having fangs. True that. Yeah, like not smiling makes you a little bit shady. Having fangs makes people be like, what are you? Oh, and you do still have 8 vials of poison because you only traded 2 yesterday. So yeah. Yeah, so you're in the city still. You sold 10 for 100 gold. And you have 8 from yesterday that you traded for well, if you were to trade in all of them that you had, because you had 10 from today and 8 from yesterday, if you were trading all of them, then it would be 180 gold, because it's 10 gold each. So you can choose if you want to keep the 8 from yesterday. I thought all of them were all of them from today. I should have specified that. So, yes. It's fine. Okay, yeah. We gotta figure it out. So yeah, you could go back to Gwen's apothecary. If you want to. I'll do that. Okay, so you go back and he had gone through his inventory. And so don't mind me, book. Hold on. He's glad that you're back with more poison. He starts off like, so I figured out an interesting thing I could do with one of those vials of poison that you gave me is I was able to reverse it and turn it into a bit of a potion of healing. I think it only works on poison, though I haven't been able to test it. And then I also found in, like, you know, way in the back drawer, I think it's still good, potion of invisibility. Then I also have a potion of resistance to poison damage. Testing such things can be difficult. Yeah. Though, I could maybe use a test subject. If you're willing. Though, the occupation does come with its dangers. Well, I'd be happy to trade you the invisibility for a couple more of those poisons that you had. Or I'll sell it to you for 50 gold for a friend. I'm afraid I'm both unwilling and likely very enlightening as a test subject. I've been bitten multiple times. 4 vials would be great. And I don't need strange explanations for why you don't want to be a test subject for my experiments. Intrigued. So now you have 4 vials of poison left. So is there anything you would like to do and say today? Or anything else you'd like to do and say today? Learn more about the smuggling operations here, discreetly. Well, so do you know Thieves' Cant? Because if so, this operation will be a lot easier. If you know Thieves' Cant, then that would be helpful. So if you could let me know. Put it in chat, that's simpler. Hopefully it shouldn't be cutting out. Okay, so since you know Thieves' Cant, you hear a couple sailors chatting, and one of the things they're chatting about is how to, like, get around the taxes and basically, like, lie about how much value worth of goods are on the ship. And one of the ways they do this is just by hiding more valuable things under less valuable things. So like they'll put bags of grain on top of like valuable imports. Though most of what they're smuggling in is just stuff that's expensive rather than stuff that's illicit. Like they're just talking about like fancy fabrics and stuff like that. Or really fancy cheeses from up north. It's smuggling 101. Hide things under other hide things under other things. And then you also catch word of like bribing guards where it might just be worth it to bribe them for what often turns out to just be a couple silver in order to avoid grain taxes. And that was the anything else. I think that message was before I said more stuff. Yeah, so that's the gist of it. Though you're guessing there are probably other smuggling operations, and that's just one example. But some will, like, double up and bribe the guards saying they're just carrying grain and then also be smuggling in more expensive goods. And also, you figure out that the regulation of any illicit substances is an absolute joke. Like, they say stuff is illegal, but unless you're really, like, blatant about it, they're not going to do anything, or they might request a fine, which is just a bribe. So I meet up with my mind buddy, proceed to buy a small house, which will be the base of operations. Yes. I absolutely want to see that. And so that actually seems like a good place to end for today with a plan of action. And you can decide whether you're going to try and buy a small house or a small ship, or both, and to start a smuggling ring. So, with that, hopefully I will see you next week, and we will pick up this saga.